Alright, so here we go. How does the R3 perform at the track? Honestly, I think it performs amazing. It's the best bike I have ever ridden at the track, and the reason for that being is it's the only bike I've ever ridden at the track. Full disclosure, I don't have much experience at all with motorcycles. I don't. I really don't. I avoided them like the plague growing up because I was wild. And so you think if I was wild, I would do it, but I just, certain things you have to limit yourself on. If you go to a knife fight, prepare to get cut, and I didn't want to play with that fire and get burned yet, so every time somebody came out with a bike or someone was doing something with a motorcycle, I had to get out of there before I fell in love. And for good cause, lost a lot of friends to motorcycle accidents, and yeah, it's never good. It doesn't matter what the situation is. They're dangerous things, but they're also very fun. So anyways, I'm learning more and more every day, and man, going to the track was unreal. All right, it's such a good experience for me. I showed up at the track with about 300 kilometers of experience under my belt, and 300 kilometers in miles is about 18 for you American friends over there. Yeah, but yeah, anyways, showed up there 300 kilometers, and that's like 50K just to get to the track, and however long my bike test was, so I was very fresh, but thank God I watched a lot of videos on YouTube. Life at a Lean, got some yams in there, got some Fort 9, got geez, I don't even know. Anyways, Dan Fireman, Moto Jitsu. There's a lot of good channels out there that teach you a lot about riding. So I did. I studied and studied and studied, and anyways, so trial by fire. Show up there, 300 kilometers, yeah, and so being the wise love child of Yoda and Mr. Miyagi, wise choice to learn from the pros, and it worked, man. You go there, you meet so many cool people, so many nice people that know so much about motorcycles and safety, and different tiers. There was the A class, which was the best, the B class, intermediate, the C class for noobs like this guy who had never gone before, and the D class for female only riders. Now, females were allowed to ride in any of them, but that one was for ladies only, just to I don't know the reason behind it. I'm happy for it. So yeah, so I was in the tier group, C group, and you get 15 minutes to ride, and then it alternates through there. So you're off for 45 minutes and you're on for 15 minutes. 15 minutes goes by so fast, and obviously the 45 it takes forever, but it's cool to go and watch other people's techniques and seeing what other people are doing out there and what they're riding, and just hearing all the engines, you know. So yeah, so the first time I went on the track, lined up ready to go with the group, because you get sherpa'd through the dangerous, treacherous hills of the road and get taught the best lines to go on, and make sure that the candy striped Yeti monster doesn't fucking pull you off and out into the grass. Even worse, you smash into a wall. Yeah, so you know, I got in this group and I was following the group, and maybe turn 5 or turn 6, I doubted myself. Let off the throttle and stood the bike up and just rode right off the track. And we had been taught what to do if somebody low sides or high sides off the track, right? Like you if you're okay, you stand up, thumbs up. If not, you stay down, lay down, ambulance, and the crew will come pick up your bike and everything. But nobody said anything about if you go off track and you're still standing up. So I waited there, kicked my own ass mentally for a while, and the whole group went around and came back, and nobody said anything, nobody did anything. I looked at the flag people, got back on my bike, and you know, put my doubts behind me and just stuck to what I had learned. And the rest of the ride was smooth. I caught up to the back of the group and finished the race lesson. And then it was over. Waited 45 minutes, and then the second round went, and turn 5, no problem. You know, just took a deep breath, slowed down before it, followed the person in front of me, accelerated through. It felt good. You know, it was vindicating to know that I wasn't going to fail at that spot again. But then, target fixation. Ninja 400 in front of me, and you know, everything's going good. And then all of a sudden, I guess he just, I don't know, must have done the same thing I did, and he rolled off track. And so, you know, part of me was following him. I'm not trying to act like I'm a good rider and like I only meant to stop to see if he was okay. I followed him by accident, kind of off the track, and then for a second I was like, should I keep trying to do this turn? But then the next second I was like, wait a second, but he just rolled off his bike. I gotta make sure, like, but it, you know, he fell right away, and it wasn't like a crazy high side, but him and his bike split directions right away. And I followed him off the track and realized, you know, I don't want to hit him or the bike, so I broke out of that. But then I rolled right onto the grass in between them. Thank God I didn't, you know, but that was stupid of me. Like, don't ever do that. You got to be very counterintuitive when it comes to that stuff on the track. If somebody rolls off, you just got to give them deuces and keep going. In real life, yeah, your buddy stops, you got to do, like, I ran over to the as soon as I stopped, I, you know, put the kickstand up, turned my bike off, and then ran over to his bike, emergency power off, just in case for some reason it's going to take off and do some more damage. And then walked over to him to make sure he was okay. By that time he was already getting up, and he was like, you know, yeah, give me the thumbs up. I helped him up, and he was good, thank God. He was okay. But, you know, in that situation, if you ever find yourself there, you have to just ignore the person and go. So anyways, that was my second round. But again, I didn't wipe out. I just stayed rolling up. So from last time, looked around, nothing was going on. I didn't wait for a whole lap. I just got myself back on the track, and I thought everything was good until I got to the start of the track, and then all of a sudden I see dun dun dun, the dreaded black flag. So I was like, okay, black flag means stop and get off the track. I pulled over to the side of the road because it was right there, you know, and I thought he was going to walk over and talk to me or tell me whatever. Wrong move. Don't leave the track any other way than the designated way to do it. So I pulled over on the side, and then I see him waving his arm, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, sorry, I get it. the exit, rolled off. First flag guy stopped me, talked to me, and he was like, all right, now 2 things. I need you to go talk to him. And I need you to go and stop in the pit and clean off your tires, make sure no oil or leaks or anything like that are going. And then, yeah, you're good to go. I'm like, all right, Roger, left 2 questions. He's like, what's that? I'm like, where's the pit and who blew it? And he's like, oh, the pit's just where you stopped, where you were parked before you started the race. And blew it is that guy over there with the uniform on, or with the vest on. So I was like, all right, cool. So I went out to the parking lot, right by the dumpster where I parked, you know, foreshadowing by proxy. And I, you know, rubbed off my tires as good as I could. And then I held in the clutch and pushed the bike forward a little more and rubbed off my tires more just to make sure to get those patches that were hiding. And went to the starting gate where blah 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 was. I forget his name, and I'm not gonna give him one because I'll probably see him again one day. But yeah. So anyways, I get there and oh, he's like, "Come here, little guy, come here." So I'm like, okay. And I get out there, and he's just like, "You," blah 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 blah, and tells me all the mistakes I made, and you know, rightfully so, because the track is serious. People are going fast on a 2-wheel death machine, and you want to make sure that everybody's as safe as possible. I mean, it's dangerous by nature, so as any dangers that you can mitigate, you should. So yeah, he ripped me a new one, and he was right, and I listened, and then I was like, okay, cool, so can I still go? Because my group's still going, and he's just like, gives me that side eye shit. Yeah, okay, you can go. And it was like everything that I'd been learning in the YouTube videos, you know, like stick your ass cheek half off and move it back a bit and slide your outside foot back to the heel and your inside foot onto the ball of your toe, and like try to push your arm out and just like barely hold the throttle, and you know, I didn't scrape my knee or anything. I didn't get no elbow down. But I did start to learn how to get off the bike more. I surprised all the guys that I was chilling with, because they're like, oh, check it out, no chicken strips on my first real go by myself. So, I mean, I'm leaning the bike, but now I have to learn how to reduce the lean angle with proper body position. And I can even tell from my footage that it looked at the start like I was just hugging the tank for dear life. Because I was, not gonna lie, this shit was terrifyingly good. But, you know, by the last few videos that I got, you could see that I was trying to put my chest off more, and the camera was either here or on the bike somewhere. We weren't allowed to wear them on our helmets anywhere. But I was really trying to get my chin over to that handlebar, you know, and really trying to like think about proper alignment on my body and lean into the turn, and just like, you know, all of these small little things you learn. And I could be talking right out my ass, I could be wrong, but I had a good time. And the R3 was so dependable, you know, I wasn't out there ever questioning the bike. Both times that I went off, well, the first time that I went off, it wasn't a question of what the bike can do, it was more of a, should I really be here? You know, I started asking myself questions instead of just going and doing and executing. Like I know I can. I rode a bike when I was a kid, you know, I know. So I think I know, I think I knew, and I did. I never dropped the bike. I still haven't dropped my bike. Like, It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. The R3 is so good. I mean, there's a lot of things I would change on it. Like everybody was talking about the big lights that are hanging off the back and front, and I didn't really get it. Like when I first got it, I was just so enamored that I actually had a motorcycle, that someone would allow me to ride a motorcycle. And yeah, it was great. But now that I ride it more and I've been hooking up the GoPro to different spots, I'm starting to realize, I'm starting to realize the ugliness of them. They're so bad. They wiggle around like crazy, just so distracting from any of the footage. And I mean, I understand they're designed to keep you safe. They're supposed to be big and egregious and out there because, you know, they want your attention when you're turning. But I mean, when I'm turning, when I'm switching lanes, I'm not trying to get in between a bunch of vehicles. And I know a lot of you guys are commuting and having to do that, but I try to avoid traffic at all costs, and when I am there, I'll either let them all pass me or take the risk of getting the ticket and get ahead of the group. But it's very seldom that I'm trying to get between cars, so having the big signals just sticking out there for me isn't huge. I don't drive at night yet. I'm not that good. Plus, where I'm from, you're not even allowed to drive at night until you finish the probationary period. So, yeah, I mean, so far I think it's good, man. It's really good. It doesn't matter what bike you take to the track, but the R3 was perfect. Go to the track, have a good time, get over your fears. If I can do it with zero experience and zero, you know, knowledge of the whole motorcycle world, aside to just watching YouTube videos, you can do it too. Go watch some YouTube videos, go buy a bike, and go practice. I'm gonna make another video later about what to do when you get your bike, because I personally had a motorcycle for a whole month before I got my license, and I didn't ride it. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't want to take that risk of getting the ticket and causing a bunch of shit before I got a chance to cause a bunch of shit, you know what I mean? So I did little drills to make myself better and more comfortable and familiar with the bike, and I might have looked stupid as hell to the neighbors, but you know what? Haven't dropped my bike. Went to the course, had fun, messed up a few times, but still not a single drop, you know what I mean? So do it. Take it to the track, take it to the roads, take it to the core, all right? Because I'm bringing sexy back. Like, subscribe, and whether you, you know what, you don't have to like, even if you dislike, send me a message down below telling me what you thought about this video. If you have any more video ideas, send it to me. Any questions about the R3, I'll try to answer as best as I can. I bought it new, so I got the manual, and that's pretty much the only way I'm going to be able to answer any of your technical questions, because I really don't know much, but I can help you with what I do know. Have a good day. I hope you're doing good things.